move has changed a lot over the years. Let's look at the updated version, okay? From this position, as soon as his elbows leave the mat, I know that I can start to attack Jiu-Jitsu. As soon as his elbow is up in this position, what I do is I navigate my knee to the top of his shoulder and I lock on. So watch what I did, guys. I'm here, my base is here. I see his arm come up and I just wedge. So I create a wedge system right off the bat and it navigates right to the top of his shoulder, just like it's sitting on the top of his shoulder. The inside of my knee. The top of my knee is touching and has contact with his head. This knee placement is super critical. Now, from this position, I do two things. I'm gonna grip his arm with my gi, and then I invert the secondary leg. From there, this hand goes right to the mat, right next to his hip. This prevents any type of hip escaping that he's gonna try to mount to get out of there. Okay, if my arm is loose, he can hip escape that way and start to create a defense. From here, I lock it in. Now, from this position, I just have to swing the leg over the head. If I stay centered, it's gonna be very difficult. My head goes toward his knees. That allows me to pass over, sit back. As I lock the secondary arm onto his wrist, I squeeze my knees together. As you can see, his arm is locked on my torso. Then I fall back. The weight of my torso is what does the breaking. The most common mistake that beginners make is they drop their body weight first and there's space between the arm and the torso. Now, all leverage from my torso is lost. Now it's a strength match. It's my two arms against him, which obviously I could win, but I'm burning priceless resources with this energy here, okay? It's not a strength match, guys. If you feel that you have space in between the arm and your torso, absolutely sit back up, lock it back up, and then fall the right way. Let's look at it again. From this position, as soon as I see his elbows coming up off the ground, I instantly take all of that space away. Now, if he tries to get it back down, it's physically impossible. The wedge system that I created doesn't allow it. From that position, I switch 1, 2. Arm goes here for the third step. From this position, again, his hip is locked in place. Right now, my weight needs to be centered directly on his torso. It's right on the inside of my thigh, directly centered on the torso. Never make the mistake of sitting back too much on your butt here, on this leg. From here, he can simply come up very, very easily, explode, and get me off. Also, don't make the mistake of going too far this way on the hand. From here, he can absolutely bridge, throw me off, rip that elbow right out. It's centered. Just keeps body weight on him. Then, as my head goes this way, allow safe passage for that leg, squeeze tight, lock, and ready?